Hello, everyone. Welcome to another session of Boost Your Vocabulary, and this is episode number 53. And today we are again going to look at another set of words that are very important from the point of view of the exams. I know board exams are right on your head now, and within the next few days you'll be appearing for the board exams, and thus preparing for competitive exams seems to be a very tricky issue at this point of time. But let me tell you something. If you just invest a little bit of your time in things like vocabulary and all, they can help you a lot for your competitive exams after the board exams. What I mean to say is, there are certain things as far as competitive exams are concerned that you need to do it on a regular basis, and one of them includes improving your vocabulary. Anyway, let's go to the words and see what all we have today. And the first word that we have today is antebellum. And antebellum. Anti is again a mnemonic root that you can use to remember the meaning of this word, which means before, in front of, or prior to. So, which means before the war, right? Before the war. One of the mnemonics for this word that I had created was, antebellum. So it's like before the war. So before a person gets married, so when a person gets married, the war and all begins. So it's the period before the war, that is before the marriage, antebellum, something like that. Anyway, so a good usage for this word would be during the antebellum period of America's history. Slaves usually lived lives of much degradation and misery. And just to think about this word is, this came into use particularly from the days of American Civil War. And later on, it became popular when it came to describing other wars as well, like the First World War, Second World War, or any other war that you would like to talk about. And then terms like antebellum and postbellum, they started to be used. From the point of view of parts of speech, this word again belongs to the adjective category, antebellum period, as you can see the usage. Anyway, let's go to the next word. The next word is anterior, and ante again, before, in front of, and prior to, again a fantastic root that you can use for this particular word. Okay, so near the front, especially in the front of the body. So there are two ways of using this particular word. One is in the anatomical sense, that is in the medical term sense, or in the zoological sense of the body, where we use this anatomical sense, where we describe something which is in the front, especially in the front of the body, or near to the head or fore part. And another meaning is coming before, in time, or earlier. So a good sentence for this would be, the most important of these opens by the ventral pedal paw, situated in the medial line in the anterior half of the foot. Anterior, that is the front half of the foot. That's in the anatomical sense, the biological sense that you can use. Another way to use this particular word is an incident anterior to her troubles keeps recurring. Example, something or someone who is considered to be godly, and you happen to fall in love with that person, or you consider that godly person as your friend, or you can describe that godly person as your father or mother. So basically what you are doing is you're attributing human emotions to a god. And a good sentence for this one would be, any number of episodes from Homer attests to the pervasive anthropathy of the gods. This one I have picked it up again from the classics, this particular sentence. And in the olden days, this word was particularly popular. And this word anthropathy belongs to the category of nouns as parts of speech, and you can use it as an adjective as well, but then the form would become anthropathic. So just remember that. Okay, let's go to the next word. The next word that we have here is apocryphal. And a good mnemonic for this is to remember the root apo or fo, which means away, off, or separate, or far, or extreme. So how do we use this word? So the meaning of this word is, let's say of a story or a statement of doubtful authenticity, although widely circulated as being true. So this essentially means is that, you hear a story and you essentially believe it to be true, but then certain parts of the story might not actually be true. So it could be a very apocryphal story. For example, a usage would be, there is an apocryphal story about a disgraced rock star who ended up in bankruptcy court. And again, as part of speech is adjective. I guess you might have heard about that story where, this person kills 7 flies in one shot. So he goes about boasting, that I killed 7 in one shot, I killed 7 in one shot. So the villagers who hear him, they think that he has killed 7 men or 7 soldiers in one shot or in one strike, and so they think, oh, he must be a very great warrior, that he has killed 7 people in one strike, right? And when he sees, fame coming to him without having made any due effort for it, he also, gels into it, and he also accepts the story about him that, he has now become a very popular, a warrior, that he is a very great warrior, that he killed 7 in one strike, one shot, And then one day, a monster attacks that village, and the head of the village then decides to send this person to fight that particular giant or monster, because he's a great warrior, as he had killed 7 in one shot. So this apocryphal story lands this person in a deep trouble. So that's the thing again. Anyway, so the next word that we have here is apostate. Again, the same root here, apo or apho, which means away, off, or separate. So this word essentially means a person who renounces a religious or political belief or principle. So person has become, like completely kind of a neutralized person, you can say, in his life. He has renounced all his religious beliefs, political beliefs. So he is not biased towards anything. So as part of speech, this word can be used as a noun and perhaps as an adjective as well. So a good sentence for this word would be, after 50 years as an apostate, he returned to the faith, right? So for 50 years, he did not believe into anything, and then he returned to the faith. Anyway, let's go to the next word. So the next word that we have here is truculent. So truculent, you can remember this word like truck, which kind of sounds like truck, plus cull, which is like culling, which means killing of animals, and hence truck cull. So it kind of gives you a sense of truck and killing, or you're killing something with a truck. So that mnemonic can actually help you remember the word. And the meaning of this word is someone who's very eager or quick to argue or fight, somebody who's very aggressively defiant. And as a part of speech, this word is again used as an adjective. And a good sentence for this one would be, they behaved in the most high-handed, brutal, and truculent manner. Truculent manner. Okay, let's go to the next word. The next word that we have here is benign. And a good mnemonic, again, we'll go back to the roots, and beni or bon, which means good or well. And this beni or bon roots, they have pretty much a French origin, like bona fide and so on and so forth. Again, the meaning of this word benign is gentle and kindly. And you can use it in a sentence as, a benign substance or process does not have any harmful effects. And this word is again used as an adjective. Okay, now this one is a nice word, recidivist. So recidivist, now you can use roots to remember it, which means cad, cas, or cid, which means to fall or befall. Or you can see re, which means back to, plus cid, which is investigation. So back to investigation, So basically it means a convicted criminal who reoffends, especially repeatedly, So it's like a thief who has been caught for stealing something, goes to the court and then to the jail, of course, spends some time in the jail, comes out, but he's so habitual to it, or he likes stealing so much that he commits the crime again and again lands up in jail. So he's a convicted criminal who re-offends, especially repeatedly. So recid. So that way you can kind of remember this word. So a good sentence for this word would be, police sources described her as a recidivist who had just been arrested. And as a part of speech, you can use this word as a noun. Okay, now this again is a nice word, recalcitrant. And how you can remember this word is, a good mnemonic would be recall plus cite plus rant. Somebody who keeps ranting about something. So you must have had a few friends like this. So, who's a recalcitrant person? Someone who has a very obstinate or uncooperative attitude. So this word essentially means, having an obstinately uncooperative attitude towards authority or discipline. The moment you give them some work, they'll be ranting about it. Right? As a part of speech, you use it as an adjective. And a good sentence for this one would be, the university suspended the most recalcitrant demonstrators. Yeah, so that's the thing. Okay, now this word here we have is accede, ACCEDE. And a good mnemonic for this is the root CEDE, which means to yield, to give up. Right? So, this means agree to the demand, request, or treaty. So good sentence for this would be, authorities did not accede to the strikers' demands. And this is used as a verb, accede. Right. So these were the words for today's session, folks. Thank you very much. And just go through the words once again. And I'm pretty confident that, listening to the words once more would help you remember them, and it will give you a very strong recall value as well. All the best for your board exams. All the best for your upcoming exams. And I pray to God that you all do well. Don't think about anything else for the next few months. Just concentrate on the exams. Don't think about the future. That is what the results are going to be. Don't think about the past, what you have done or not done. All that you have in your control is the present. So just focus on the present, work hard, and I'm pretty confident that you will do well in all the exams that you're going to face from now on till, June or July end, till all the exams are there. So wish you all the best once again, right? And thank you.